Howdy. We are down here in Naples with Scott DiGregorio and Edgardo Valentine.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. I'm in a giggly mood. That's a very immature mood today.
Well, that's a good thing.
We'll
It's
see
Friday.
how that works. Yeah.
It's Friday. It could be worse, right? So today we're doing a little bit of Instagram today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you're fancy, man.
I know.
You're
I'm
fancy
trying.
pants.
Yeah. Next thing is gonna be YouTube. We're gonna have like 10 different cameras all over the place. It's gonna be fun. And speaking of projects. You want to say what we have?
Yeah,
in the
man.
works?
I'm excited, man. So look, as traction grows and things start to build, we started brainstorming today on launching a podcast, man, and we're very excited about it. It's probably a month or two out.
Yeah.
A lot of work. We want to do it well, and we want to do it right. So reach out to us, give us some messages, tell us what you think. Maybe you have some podcast name or title ideas.
Yes,
that's the first order of business. So, dude, we're going into audio and. We're going to be streaming it on the Amazon Alexa.
Yeah, and everywhere.
Yeah, and everywhere, of course.
Everywhere
but
else, yeah.
I'm just excited about the Alexa.
Yeah,
piece.
I know. It's just fun.
I
Alexa, play me.
Yeah, I want to be an Alexa skill so bad. I don't know why. So what's going on this week for you?
Not much, nothing. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, it's been great. I think, dude, I'm busy.
Yeah.
It feels like season. It feels like we're still in season. It's nice helping a lot of people. Let me tell you something that I'm loving nowadays is, and I know you're probably more accustomed to that because that's the way things were before.
Sure.
But there's a lot of different programs out there. There's a lot of options. I mean, even comparing to a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, like it's very different.
Dude, I gotta be honest, 6 months ago.
Yeah, dude.
Right?
And it's extremely exciting because, it's a puzzle, right? So when people come to me now and I start listening to their situation, I start trying to put together not only what they're telling me, but also what kind of programs can I put them in. And yesterday, for example, I was talking to a client, and it's a client that I would decline otherwise. I would decline 6 months ago. I would decline.
Sure.
But because we have this bank statement loan, not only I'm not declining him, but they can get into their dream home.
Yep.
Now these guys are just to give the example, this particular example. These guys are business owners.
Yep.
They have been in business for more than 2 years because the minimum is 2 years, and I'm only looking at the last 12 months of their personal bank statements, and I can qualify them based on that.
Yeah, and just to clarify, so you take a calculation based off of the average deposits.
Correct.
So if on average they're depositing $10,000 a month or 20, whatever, there's a calculation derived to that. That's what's used for income. We're not using tax returns, W-2s, A1s, nothing like that.
So this is somebody that has been, literally, this particular case, they have been afraid to do their taxes for 2018 because they don't want to pay all this money.
Right.
But at the same time, they're in a bad situation where their rent is super high and it makes no sense for them because they're super qualified.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So they're able to, by showing what they really make, because at the end of the day, it's what they really make in their bank statements, I can qualify them, put them in their home. They're not going to be paying rent, which, like we said before, is 100% interest, and everybody's happy. They don't have to spend all this money and pay all this money to the IRS.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked about that,
Dude,
man.
it's cool. So me, less product-centric, but I had such a great meeting with this past week. This is a referral I received from Dave Lambert at Coldwell. What's up, Dave? Anyway, I met with these two kids who has construction work going on in the background. Walls start falling down. But
That's a good video.
Yeah, it'll go viral. So, but I met with these two kids who started off thinking, I want to do a lease to own.
Oh yeah, you told me.
Okay.
How old are these kids?
20. They're both 20 years old.
20 years
They both
old.
live with their parents. They're both finishing college.
Income. Just ballpark.
Lower scale teacher level income, like
Okay.
lower scale, high 20s, low 30s, that range.
That's exciting.
Okay.
Man.
And what was now, these kids had much better credit than they thought.
Right.
Okay. They said, I only have $5,000 to $6,000. I can't possibly do 20% down. Okay.
Fine.
They wanted their payment to be. They said we want our payment to be $1,200 a month. We'll never be able to find something that cheap.
Okay.
And we're just trying to hope that 2 or 3 years down the road we could do something. And dude, first off they qualified for way more than they wanted.
Sure.
Okay, which I made that comment to them and left it.
Right.
Okay.
Right,
I qualified them at 150. Okay. FHA put down 3.5%, but to be able to take these kids, and then I used the financial tools we use. I did a rent versus buy.
Okay.
Did a 9-year projection or 10-year projection for them, and bro, they're out shopping for homes, man, and
That's exciting.
It's really cool, and kudos to their parents, man, because they both had a solid head on their shoulders. One of the people was an immigrant, and it's just cool to me to help immigrants find houses. So it was a feel good thing. So I met with them last night. I think I walked out of work like 7:30 last night. It was just a cool meeting. They were so excited when they left. Neat, man.
That's awesome. And look, that tells you that. Listen, you don't need to make a lot of money. You can make less than $40,000 a year, as long as you don't have a lot of debts.
That's the key.
And that's the biggest thing. As long as you don't have a lot of debts, you can qualify for a home.
And look, I've been talking about this a lot lately, but one of the problems that a lot of Americans have is they buy stupid crap.
They buy things they don't need.
Yes, which I call stupid crap.
Sure. And statistically, I told you that last week, people buy their cars before they buy their homes.
Yes.
Which is, it's ridiculous.
It really is. But, the status symbol, keeping up with the Joneses, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, cool stuff going on. It's good that rates have stayed low.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is exciting.
It's a good thing. But dude, do you want to talk about the big news from FHA?
Yeah. So speaking about down payment, why don't you take it over? Speaking
right.
about down payment on FHA, it's been a crazy roller coaster this week.
Yeah.
We had one news one day, and
which made me cry.
We were like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? We need to call all these people. And then the next day, it's like, never mind, not yet. It's going to happen, but not right now.
All right, so let me break it down, okay? So HUD issued a mortgagee letter, okay? And for those of you who don't know, a mortgagee letter is how HUD officially communicates to the world what guideline changes.
Sure.
And HUD basically changed their definition of an acceptable source of down payment assistance.
Okay, so what that means is HUD pretty much said, listen, this is what we're going to accept as far as down payments. We're not going to accept these things.
Right.
So why do I care?
Okay, well, with this change, they eliminated essentially all of the real down payment assistance programs. And look, let me explain what that means, okay? We have Lee County Housing has a thing called the Home Program,
Sure.
and they have a maximum income and they have a maximum debt ratio. And if you do that calculation, it qualifies you for a house for about $80,000.
Yeah.
The problem is there aren't $80,000 houses in this market. So, so anyway, yes, that program is still eligible, but it's not usable. The other program we had where the maximum income is $90,000, that one's gone. The other program we had where the maximum income is $78,000, that one's gone. Both of those programs, you can buy houses up to $250,000, $280,000. So the viable down payment assistance programs got wiped out by this change in definition. And then to make it even worse, the entire banking industry said, whoa, maybe we shouldn't offer down payment assistance at all until we get further clarification from HUD. So that's terrible. So all of those people,
we got the notice saying,
done. Effective immediately. We
cannot give down payment assistance
Absolutely.
for FHA. Now, let's clarify. Just for FHA,
Good point.
We still have the other down payment assistance for a conventional loan. We can help you with the closing costs, etc. But for FHA, if you only qualify for FHA for whatever reason, foreclosure, bankruptcy, debt to income ratio, whatever it is, no more down payment assistance.
That's right.
And then what happened the next day?
And then, then I get an email saying that they have suspended the rule. Now, they didn't change it or turn it off. They suspended the rule until July.
Okay.
Okay, so
again, what does that mean for me, a home somebody shopping?
If you are shopping for a house and plan on using down payment assistance, you literally have till the end of June or it's gone. That's it.
That's it.
Okay. You have 2 months, make it happen. If you're not finding a house that meets your needs versus wants list is probably jacked up, okay?
Yes.
Literally, you need, and I had that talk with the kids last night, like, guys, look, you need a basic home. Like, it's not going to be your forever home. It's not going to be, you just need a home. And there were houses out there in the neighborhood, they were looking out in Lehigh, there were houses out there that were really nice.
Yeah,
they were really nice. I sent them out my home search tool, and
the math makes sense.
Yeah,
it's better than renting for the most part.
But if they were down payment assistance clients, the message would have been very simple. You must find a house in the next 8 weeks, or your opportunity gone.
So, again.
And by the way, this could change again an hour from now.
Sure. But right now, if you're looking for a home, you're an FHA approved client, or you want to get approved with an FHA loan, and you need down payment assistance, you have a couple of months to find a house, to get approved, and everything. So if you've been waiting to save a little bit of money, just that extra $500, or you've been waiting because you think that those extra 10 points in your credit score are going to make a big difference, well, think again, because you. So that's that as far as down payment assistance. And then let me tell you something that I saw yesterday that I thought was very exciting. Same thing, going back to the programs and products that we have, is we have a jumbo loan with 5% down, which, okay, but for a second home.
That's strong.
For a second home. So even somebody that lives up north and wants to have their vacation home here, they don't need to put the 20% or even the 10% down necessarily. They can get into the house with just 5% down. I thought that's really exciting.
It's a cool
There's
thing.
a lot of people that are thinking on buying right now, just for the last couple, 2-3 years before they retire, and it's a good way for them not to have to spend all their capital, not to have to take money out of the retirement, and simply buy that house, put a little bit of money down, and then when they sell their home up north, they can just pay it off.
Absolutely.
And
And
it's
in
that
fact,
simple.
with the tax situation going on in the high tax states,
yeah.
I mean, we don't have time to get into that, but that's a whole other thing. The other thing that happened yesterday that was interesting to me, I looked at the Lee County Board stats, the MLS stats from Lee County.
Yes.
And they released them for March. It's the most recent we have, and it showed a decline in the average sales price.
Yes.
And that's the first price decline. Now we've had inventory growing. We've had the asking price to selling price margin growing.
Yeah, by a little bit.
A little bit, not a lot, but growing.
Yeah.
Length of time on the market growing, but the median sales price has been still increasing, and it dropped a smidge, but it dropped, and I think that's interesting.
That is interesting.
To me, it supports this recession that's coming, not a catastrophic thing, just a normal, healthy 1999, 2001-ish type recession. But that's something that we have to keep an eye on.
Yes.
So we'll see how that kind of pans out.
Yeah, and I think now more than ever it's so important to go over the financial calculators and just make sure that you know what you're getting into. It is a good investment. It is not a good investment. How long do I have to stay in this house for this to pan out or not?
Yes.
And just to know what you're getting into. It's a long contract. It's an expensive contract. You need to know what you're getting into. I think that's extremely important.
Of course. And look, let's talk quickly on what's going on with the lead generation stuff. I have I have some exciting news on it. So I've launched an initiative to do total SEO on the podcast, and I really want to get my content out there. And then also I was able to I had two people that were kind of in my world. And they both said, look, I don't need a mortgage. I'm paying cash when the time is right.
Yeah.
And I was able to hand those off I handed one off yesterday, and I'm going to hand another one off today to two of my agent partners.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It's not that exciting. I got one.
It's exciting for the agent.
It's not exciting for us, though. I got one of those last month, and same thing. It's like, hey, I'm paying cash. I just need help. And I got one person that just told me flat out, listen, I'm already completely approved, in love with my lender. I'm going to marry my lender, but I need a realtor. So I was able to pass them.
And look, let's be honest, man. There's a lot of crap agents out there.
Yes.
So be able
There's
to.
a lot more crap lenders out there.
Yes. But to be able to steer these people towards somebody that's going to properly look after. It's funny.
Especially, look, I'm looking in this particular place and a 55 and up community, and I mean there's agents that specialize on that, and I know that can give them a much better just experience overall, and the agent matters.
Listen, you've said it well a bunch of times. Can I do a loan in Massachusetts? Yes, but not as well as I could do one here.
Sure.
Period.
Yeah.
So, dude, I think we're almost out of time, man.
That's all we got.
Let's cut it there.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
We'll keep you posted with what's happening with the down payment assistance program.
Yes.
And look, I think we should once a week we should just talk about one of these weird loans that we have, man.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, the bank statement loan, look, if you're a business owner out there and you haven't been able to buy a house or you haven't been able to move up simply because the little rules, like the square rules that we have in mortgages, you don't fit in that square, you know, we can help you. We can help you. Competitive rates,
Absolutely.
competitive down payments. It's exciting.
Yeah, and look, follow us on my video library
Just everywhere.
and YouTube on everything. I'm at Fort Myers
Instagram.
Mortgage Expert.
Facebook, yeah, just
Because we're
follow us.
posting videos on those products all
Yeah.
the time, and I mean, this is the right format to get into all of it, but dozens and dozens of videos on YouTube and for
On
me,
each
Florida
particular
Mortgage Expert.
program.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
anyway, check those things out. Follow it so that way we can keep you informed on those fronts as well. And
Yeah, AskYourFavoriteLender.com is mine, and
Florida Mortgage Expert's mine, man. We'll see you next week,
Let's
everybody.
do it, guys.
Take care.